Hey guys, Shadney back with another process video, and this is the first video in the Halloween Scrappy kit that I built, or with the Halloween Scrappy kit that I built. And this one, I just did this cute little photo of India, and this is kind of part of a two-pager, but not exactly. Like, there are more pictures that go with this photo that I do scrap on a separate page, but it's not scrapped together as a two-page layout, if that makes sense. This photo I just loved, so I printed it a little bit bigger. It's about 4x4. And then the other photos I printed as 2x2s a long time ago, so those will be on like a grid style layout, and that will be the next video for this series. So first thing up, I took this beautiful all heart collection paper that I've been hoarding and not using, and I just took some Dilutions Shimmer Mist, and I can see what color that is. Rose Quartz is the color for that, sorry. I just did that and splattered it across the back of the photo in a diagonal from the top left to the bottom right. And then I already backed my photo with white cardstock, and then now I'm just adding a layer of this craft cardstock. It's a Vicky Bouton paper that is craft with black little type print on it. I just wanted something to help it stand out just a little bit, and I didn't adhere those corners down because I wanted to add these cute little craft photo corners. These are just Hobby Lobby ones. They come in a big pack for like $2.99, I think, or maybe they're $5.99, something like that. They were either $2.99 regular price or on sale for $2.99 whenever I bought them, something like that. But there's a lot in the pack, so they last a while. And then I'm gonna go ahead and adhere some fun foam to the back of this photo just to help it pop up and give it a little bit more dimension. If you haven't watched a lot of my videos, I like to do that with almost all of my photos. I feel like raising them up just a little bit gives them a little bit more, it like draws your eye to it a little bit more and just makes it a little bit different so that your photo still stands out compared to everything else. And then I've got this really, really cute spiderweb doily. It is an American Crafts, and I got it at Tuesday Morning either last year or the year before. So I don't know if they still make them or if they're still available anywhere, but I'm sure somewhere you can find spiderweb doilies, or if you have a Cricut or Silhouette, you could cut it out as a cut file. And then I've got the Color Cast Designs acrylic piece right there, and it says Freaking Happy. And I bought it just because I loved it, and I love that it said freaking more than anything. And if you don't know me in person, I like to use bad words, so it's kind of fits my personality. Anyways, so we're gonna go with Freaking Happy, and I just love that aqua color, and I thought that would be a nice pop for this layout. And I'm sorry if you're hearing background noise, it's because I had to go let the dog outside, and yeah. So I went ahead and added some washi tape. I have no idea what these brands are because they are older ones. The aqua one, or the mint one, I think might be from Hobby Lobby. I have no idea about the black and white stripes, but they're just generic. It was just a matter of getting that mint color and some of that black and white on the page. And then I did it in 3 areas so that those could kind of be my 3 clusters of embellishment, even though that top one doesn't exactly end up as my cluster of embellishment. It still is kind of in that area. So and then I pulled out I got a ton of these epoxy flare from Scrap and Happy Studio that are all different Halloween, and I've just put them all in that kit. So I'm pulling out just some of the cute ones that have this pink that kind of matches that background splatter, and I'm adding some of those around. I have one at that top corner, and then one on each side, on the right side and the bottom where the washi tape is. And that Freaking Happy I haven't adhered down yet, but I will show you a trick whenever I go to adhere that down. The the two epoxy flares that are kind of over the photo a little bit, I did use Stampin' Dimensionals, and I just doubled them up, and so that it could overlap the photo, but then the rest of it was still supported whenever it was just floating on the page. So right now what I'm doing is I have the Stampin' Up! Foam strips. They are great for making shaker cards and anything like real thin like that. And I'm using them to back just the bottom parts of this acrylic piece. And so all the parts that are not covering the photo will be supported. And because the acrylic is just ever so slightly frosted, it's perfect because you can't even tell that those foam strips are behind them. And then I'll add a little bit of glue where it's going to adhere on the photo, and then adhere that in place. Okay, so I am back. I did take a brief pause in the voiceover to go let the dog back in, and hopefully you didn't, not hopefully, but so that you didn't have to hear it. I don't know why I said hopefully. Anyways, I've got the acrylic adhered down now. I have a little banner below it that says Halloween, and it is, I think, one of the journaling cards from Hey Pumpkin, from the Crate Paper Hey Pumpkin collection. I believe it's from the journaling cards. It's from something in there, and it's just a piece of paper, a piece of cardstock. So I fussy cut that and adhered that down just flat. Then I pulled out a couple, I have some little orange and wood. They're orange striped, but they're wooden buttons. So you see the wood grain behind the orange striped. And I have a couple of those. I have some little googly eyes. I just thought those would be kind of fun to throw in there too. And then some little wood veneer stars. I have some that are solid stars and some that are cut out centered stars. And the ones that I got that have the cutout center, I did order from AliExpress, I believe. They might have been on Etsy, but not Etsy, Amazon, but I'm pretty sure those ones are from AliExpress. And I know it gets a bad rap in the crafter community for buying from AliExpress, but I will say things like that you can't find anywhere else and that are very generic, I don't feel bad buying from AliExpress. There's been even like die cuts that I've bought from there that I've looked for those die cuts before and I can't find them anywhere. So I don't feel bad whenever I'm ordering something like that. If it's hurting a small business, then of course do not buy from them. But if it's a generic thing like that, I really don't have a problem with it. So just throwing that out there. Back to the layout. I went ahead and adhered down these wood veneer pieces and these little googly eyes. And I'm adding them just in that diagonal across from the top left to the bottom right. And I think that just kind of draws your eye across to the photo and then down to the title and everything. And I'm not going to do any journaling on this page. I don't think I do journaling on this page. I think I do it on the other page. So we'll see, I guess. I can't remember. I did this a few days ago. Sorry. I did go ahead and add a bunch of little glue dots all the way down in that diagonal as well. And I'm using these little sequins in that diagonal, and they just match that rose quartz mist, shimmer mist really well. And that just adds a little bit more color in there and just a little bit more interest. It kind of shakes it up a little bit. So I really love how this page turns out. I think it's super fun, and it's just bright and happy, and I don't know. I love Halloween, so it makes me so happy to see all these Halloween pages and photos and everything. And these are obviously old photos. India was very tiny in these photos. This was her second Halloween. So she was about 1.5 years. And then I do pull out some Nuvo drops, and the color on those is Silver Moon Dust. And they're just glitter drops. And I'm just kind of sprinkling those about. I usually, for Nuvo drops, I do them in clusters of about 3 in each clustered area and just making sort of a triangle. But I'm not sure how I did it in this since it's just a diagonal. And then there's your final look. Also, I forgot to mention that little tiny white and black camera is fussy cut from a free printable from Inky Quill. If you follow her on Patreon, she does free printables for her Patreon people. So if you want to check her out, head over to Inky Quill. And oh, and then I added these little Tim Holtz tiny word stickers. They are white with silver type on them. So I thought those were kind of cool to pull into here. And I can't remember what they said, but they were fairly generic wording, like this is a wonderful day and happy and joyful and stuff like that. So yes, we are done with this layout. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and maybe leave me a comment and let me know some weird things you've added to your Halloween layouts to make it more fun, like the googly eyes, because I'm all about adding weird little interesting things to make them more fun. So I would love to know if you add anything like that, or I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be for Halloween, for any occasion. So thank you guys again. Have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Bye.